a personal expression of style. I think fashion basically represents how you choose to express yourself, the way you dress and the way you carry yourself, and it reflects your personal eccentricities. You can be a stylish dresser, you can be a tomboy, you can be a boho hippie dresser. Fashion basically represents your style and how you choose to express it to the world. Oh, I think Asian fashion is heavily influenced by designer trends, especially Western designers. I mean, we are all aware of the fact that Asia is the backbone for the manufacturing industry to a huge extent. Fashion is an exception to that. Asians love luxury brands, love luxury labels. Singapore is replete with all the massive designer labels you can think about, and people take pride in wearing their designer clothes. They're very design conscious. All the big brands, the Gucci, the Chanel, the Fendi, the Prada, everything, Louis Vuitton, they're all there. They make sure that they feed on their luxury labels, and you can tell walking down the streets of Singapore, there's no big design house that you won't spot. You see everything from the high-end labels to the medium range ones to everything. Asians love them, the designer labels. That there's a one-size-fits-all rule to Asian fashion. I think fundamentally the fact that we watch American TV or watch European TV influences how we interact and how we live our daily lives, and Asian fashion is no exception to that. Fashion may not necessarily transcend culture, but it is a part of culture. I see people try and infuse their fashionable traits and tendencies into their culture. Then now we borrow from each and we add to the other, and it works beautifully. So I think fashion and culture are now blending, and somehow there's a bit of a relationship between the two, and it works, it works well. Saying that goes, dress the way you want to be addressed, because how you come across before you open your mouth and speak is how people are going to just look at you and just make a quick snap decision, and that goes a long way. But I think Asians have found a way to strike a balance. I think mostly on average there's a nice mix and balance between the Western trends and the Asian trends. They stick to their roots, they like to showcase their culture, which is beautiful. People tend to warm towards people if they seem like they're interested in their cultures or their ways of life or their food or their lifestyles, and fashion is no exception to that. As a former professional runway model, I feel fashion is a huge part of how we live our lives. Fashion is exciting, fashion is the way that people see how we are, the way that people look at us and think, okay, this is who you are before you actually get a chance to speak. It's an expression of your individuality, it's an expression of your creativity, and I think fashion is a very, very useful tool in pushing countries forward, in pushing economies forward, and in pushing an individual brand as a person forward.